Okay, so today we'll solve exercise number 1.3 from question number 3. Okay, so what we have to do here, we have to prove that the following are irrational number. So first number is, we have to prove 1 by root 2 is irrational number. Irrational number. We have to prove this is an irrational number. Okay? Question number. Okay. So how we'll prove this is an irrational number? So we'll prove it by same method of contradiction. Okay. So first we'll consider that 1 by root 2 is a rational number. We considered it. So let us consider, let if possible 1 by root 2 is a rational number, is a rational number. We considering that no, 1 by root 2 is not a irrational number, it is a rational number. So we know that any rational number can be expressed in the form of p by q. We have not done. Okay, I will do that question also. So first do it. Prove, if possible, we are considering that 1 by root 2 is a rational number. So we know that any rational number can be expressed in the form of p by q. So 1 by root 2 also can be expressed in the form of p by q, isn't it? Therefore 1 by root 2 is equal to p by q, where p and q are integer prime to each other, prime to each other. Okay, that means, okay, so find the reciprocal of both the number 1 by root 2. So reciprocal of 1 by root 2 is root 2, which is equal to q by p. 1 by root 2 equal to q by p. Okay, now look, root 2 can be expressed in the form of q by p. Root 2 can be expressed in the form q by p, and we know that any number that can be expressed in the form of a by b type, in the form of a by b, is called a rational number. Okay, it shows that root 2 is a rational number. Therefore root 2 is a rational number. Rational number. Now what type of number root 2 is? Is it a rational number? What do you think? Is root 2 is a rational number? Is root 2 is a rational number? Obviously not. Yes, no sir. Yes, obviously not. Root 2 is not a rational number. So a contradiction arises. So one contradiction is arising here. Which is a contradiction? Which is a contradiction? Which is a contradiction? Therefore our assumption is wrong. What is our assumption? We have chosen 1 by root 2 is a rational number. This statement will be wrong. Therefore root 2 is 1 by root 2 is an irrational number. Is a irrational number, and hence proved. Understood? Any problem? Look at the procedure. Here we first considering that it is a irrational number, and after certain step we arising a contradictions. Therefore our assumption was wrong. We have chosen here. That means root 2 is a 1 by root 2 is a irrational number. No problem. Okay. So now I am solving question number 3 of 3. Okay. I am solving now question number 3. Here we also have to prove that 6 plus root 2 is a rational number. 6 plus root 2 is irrational number. We have to prove it is a irrational number. Irrational number. Okay, same process we will do. Yes, Vivek, we have to prove that our assumption is wrong. Okay, same process we will apply. Here we will choose that 6 plus root 2 is a rational number. If possible, let 6 plus root 2 is a rational number. Is a rational number. So you know that like another rational number, 6 plus root 2 have a rational representation. So we can write 6 plus root 2 is equal to a by b, where a and b are integer prime to each other, which means root 2 equal to a by b minus 6, or root 2 is equal to, okay, do the LCM. The LCM will be b, so a minus 6b. Now look, what is a and b? A and b are integers. So a minus 6b will, so we are considering p, that is a minus 6b, which is an integer. As a is an integer, b is an integer, so a minus 6b will be also integer. That means p is an integer. So we can write a or root 2 equal to p by b, where p and b both are integers. That means we have erased that root 2 is equal to ratio of two integers. So what type of number it is? Therefore root 2 is a rational number, which is again a contradiction. Which contradiction? This contradicts in the fact that 6 plus root 2 is a rational number. That means it is a rational number, which is a contradiction. Therefore our assumption is wrong. That means 6 plus root 2 is an irrational number. And henceforth. Understood, student? If you have any problem, you can tell me. Look, the pattern of the solution is same, just numbers are slightly different. If you have any problem, you can tell me. It's clear? That's a good thing. Okay, now in this exercise, do you have any queries in exercise 1.3? Otherwise, we'll move to the next exercise. In this exercise, do you have any queries? Look, if Vivek, you have asked a very good question, sir. Do you have to prove that root 2 is a irrational number? Now look, if the marks of the question is 2 marks, then don't need to prove that root 2 is a irrational number. But if the question contains more marks, in that case, first prove root 2 is a irrational number and then prove what we have done here. Okay, it's depend on the question, marks of the question. If it contains more marks, so we will have to prove that root 2 is a irrational number. Okay? Okay. Now, let us come to the next exercise. Okay. But before going to the solving the problem, we have to discuss one theorem. One theorem. Now look, we know that the definition of rational number. We know that the number which can be expressed in the form of p by q is a rational number. But I have also told you one another alternative definition to being a rational number. Who can tell me what was the definition I given to you? The alternative version of rational number, alternative definition of rational number. Okay, tell me. Okay, I am telling you the definition. Okay, so the definition was, if the decimal representation of a number is either terminating or recurring, if the decimal representation of a number is either terminating or recurring, is called a rational number. Okay, if the decimal representation of a number is either terminating or recurring, is called a rational number. Is terminating or non-terminating recurring? Yes, Dia. If it is terminating or a non-terminating recurring number, then it is a rational number. So recurring means suppose if I divide 10 by 3. So if you do the division, you can see that 3 3 is a 9, 1 after point we have to 0, 3 3 is a 9, and again 3 3 is a 9, 1, and so on, so on, so on, so on. So 10 by 3 is equal to 3.3333, and it will continues. That means in this division, the division is not terminating, means the remainder never be 0 after a certain step. So this type of number, when certain number is repeating over and over, this type of number is called recurring number. So here we can write it is 3.3 recurring, means this 3 will repeat again and again. This type of number is called recurring numbers. Okay? Okay. Now my question is, how we can guess whether a number will be terminating number or it will be recurring number? How we can check? For example, if I give a number, suppose 29 by 20, without doing division, without doing actual division, how we can check this number will be either terminating or it will be recurring, non-terminating and recurring? Okay, so I am giving two example. One is 29 by 2, and one is suppose 14 by 17. We have to check which number will be terminating and which number will be non-terminating and recurring. As both are irrational number, so their decimal representation must be either terminating or recurring. So we have to check which number will terminate and which number will not terminate, means recurring. Okay. Now it has a formula. Look, you can write it. If a number, I am writing the definition here. I am writing the definition. A number A by B means a rational number will terminate if B is equal to, means B is of the form, denominator of this fraction is of the form 2 to the power n into 5 to the power n, when A and B are in lowest form. or A and B are prime to each other. You can say A and B are prime to each other. A and B are prime to each other. Prime to each other. If the denominator means B of the fraction can be written in the form of 2 to the power m into 5 to the power n, so we can say that the number will be terminate after some step. For example, here the B equal to 20. So if I factorize 20, so we can write 2 tens are, 2 fives are. So 20 can be written in the form 2 to the power 2 into 5 to the power 1. There are 2, so 2 to the power 2 into 5 to the power 1. So B is of the form of 2 to the power m into 5 to the power n. That means this number must be terminate. This number must terminate. And look here, 17. So we can represent 17 in the form of 2 to the power m into 5 to the power n. So this number will be non-terminating number. That means this number will be recurring number. So this number will terminate and this number will not terminate, or it is recurring. It is recurring number. Okay, this is the definition. Okay, I am giving you few example. You just tell me which numbers will be terminate and which number will not be terminate. Okay, so first question. Suppose 9 by 2 to the power 5 into 3 to the power 5 to the power 1. Tell me where this number will terminate or not? Whether this number will terminate or not? Yes, this number will terminate. I am going to the second example. Suppose 7 by 40. 7 by 40. So first check whether this 40 can be represented in the form of 2 to the power m into 5 to the power m or not. Okay, so let's see. If I factorize 40, so 2 20s are, 2 10s are, 2 5s are. So 40 can be written in the form, 2 to the power 3 into 5, that means 5 to the power 1. So as denominator of the fraction is of the form 2 to the power 3 into 5 to the power m, means which is of the form 2 to the power m into 5 to the power n, that means this number will terminate. This number will terminate. Okay. Now I am giving another example. You just tell me whether 7 by 120, 7 by 120, whether this number will terminate or not. Yes or no? Okay. No, sir. Rakib says the number will not terminate. Okay, Orpit is also saying non-terminating. Okay, can you tell me the reason why this number is not terminating number? Why 7 by 120 is not a terminating number? Okay, so let factorize 120. So 2 60s are, 230, 215 and 5 3s are. So 120 can be written in the form, 2 to the power 3 into 5 to the power 1 into 3. 2 cube 5 to the power 1 into 3. Now tell me whether is it of the form 2 to the power m into 5 to the power n? No, because there is an extra factor, that is 3. It has a extra factor 3 in the denominator. So this number will not be terminate. This number will not terminate due to presence of 3 in the denominator. Okay, now if I give you this example, whether this number will terminate or not. Rakib says no. Okay, I'm waiting for few more answer. 120, we have split 120 as a 2q into 5 into 3. Okay, no. Riddhita is only saying yes sir, it will terminate. Can you explain why it will terminate? Why this number is terminate? Because only you. Very good, Riddhita. Look, when I gave you the definition, I told you that the fraction should be in lowest form, or a and b must be prime number, co-prime number. Okay, or a by b should be in lowest form. So first convert the equation into lowest form. 3 7s are and 3 40s are. So this fraction is equivalent to 7 by 40. Now see, we can represent 40 as 2q into 5, which is of the form 2 to the power m into 5 to the power n. Okay, that means this number will terminate. So listen, very good. When any this type of fraction is given to you, first check whether the numbers are co-prime or not. If it is not co-prime, so make the numbers co-prime by dividing the common factors, or make the equation into lowest form, and then check whether the denominator is in this form or not. Got it? Okay, now I am giving you another definition, means another theorem. Means look, we know that if a number is of the form, suppose if a number a by b, this number will terminate if b is of the form 2 to the power m into 5 to the power n. Now my question is, after how many decimal place the number will terminate? The number will terminate. Means after 2 decimal place or 3 decimal place, after how many decimal place the number will terminate? Who can tell me the answer? No, 2. Why or it is 2? If b is of the form 2 to the power m into 5 to the power n, we don't know the value of x, m and n. After how many decimal place the number will terminate? Look, I am telling you the answer. The answer will be, the number will terminate, the number will terminate after maximum of m comma n decimal place. Means we have to choose the largest number between m and n. After that decimal place, the number will terminate. I am giving you example such that your idea will be very crystal and clear. Suppose b is of the form 2 to the power 2 into 5 to the power 3. So what is the maximum value between m and n? 3. So this number will be terminate after 3 decimal place. Okay, suppose the denominator of the form is 2 to the power 7 into 5 to the power 3. So after how many decimal place it will terminate? We have to find the maximum power between 2 and 5. so it will terminate after 7 decimal place. Okay. Now I am giving example. Now you tell me after how many decimal place this number will terminate. After how many decimal place? We can see that the result will be 0.29 after 2 decimal place. Okay. So how we can find it out? Factorize 100, 250 is 225 is 55 is. So 100 can be written in the form 2 to the power 2 into 5 to the power 2. So what is the maximum value between the powers? Maximum of 2 and 2, both are equal. So the maximum is 2. So the number will terminate after 2 decimal place. Okay. Now I'm trying to okay, let's solve the question. Exercise 1.4. Exercise number 1.4. Okay, so first question is 13 by 3125. First question is without actually performing the long division, state whether the following rational number will have terminating decimal representation or non-terminating repeating decimal representation. Okay, so 3125. Factorize this. So first 5, 5 6 are 30, 12, 5 2s are 10 and 25, 5 5s are 25. Again 5. So 5 1s are 5, 5 2s are 10, 5 5s are 5, 25, 5 5s are. So the denominator 3125 can be written in the form 5 to the power 5. Now, is it of the form of 2 to the power m into 5 to the power n, whether this number will terminate or not? Yes, because this number can be written in the form 2 to the power 0 into 5 to the power 5, because 2 to the power 0 equal to 1. So this number is of the form 2 to the power m into 5 to the power n. So this number will terminate after certain decimal place. Now if I tell you after how many decimal place this number will terminate, so what we have to check? We have to check the maximum power between 2 and 5. So what is the maximum power? The maximum power is 5. So this number will terminate after 5 decimal place. Okay, this number will terminate after 5 decimal place. Okay, students, see my time is over now. So don't worry, next day we'll solve the remaining question from here. Okay, so students, if you have any queries, you can tell me.